My 30th high school reunion is coming up. And so I can't go, and I decided to invite my entire class here to have my reunion here on the show.
This is American Airlines welcoming the class of 1976 from Atlanta, Texas.
So my whole class from 1976 is going to be here. I'm so excited about it. I haven't seen a lot of these people in like 30 years. And it's really going to be fun to see all these people because I haven't seen them since I left in 1976. So it's a very special episode of Ellen that you do not want to miss.
We're here! Woo! Hi, Ellen. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you.
We're Atlanta High School, class of 76.
What we got ourselves into?
It's like a warm sponge bath on a cold night, I'll tell you. Oh, man, if you are wondering who these people are right here behind me, me too. They're actually, you know, they're my classmates from Atlanta, Texas, and they all came here from around there. Some of them have moved away, but somewhere around there, and there is my 30th high school reunion show today. So welcome to the 30th high school reunion show with all these people. It's 66 people came. The class was less than 100, but and 100 is not a lot of people because our team, we were called the Rabbits, so you'd think we'd have more of us. Oh, they were scared of us. We'll nibble the grass so low you'll slip. Oh man, we were. It's so exciting because we flew everybody in, and a lot of people were like, "Really, you want to do this?" Because a lot of people do not want to remember their past. They want to forget it. They don't want to look back. And I don't remember. I say it all the time. I really don't have a memory of my past. So I'm looking forward to hearing stories and listening to stuff. And if it's good, then I'm glad. And if it's bad, it's not true. It's hard, I'm not going to remember everybody. I look at pictures and I do remember some people, and I'm sure you've gone to your reunions, and it's really hard for somebody to say to you, I don't remember you. But what's worse is when people say, oh, I remember you. I don't know what's going to happen. I remember some pieces. I'm going to hear some stories, and one of my teachers, she's no longer with us, and she was Miss Woods. She was my home ec teacher. And she was this little old lady, and she would, Atlanta, Texas, small town, and she'd been there her whole life, and I was really bad at everything. But I remember I was sewing a tennis skirt, and the hem was really crooked, and she had these expressions. She'd come by and she goes, "Wow, that hem is as crooked as a cat's tail." Or if I was cutting something and the scissors weren't sharp enough, well, our scissors couldn't cut hot butter. And she always gave you a hard time. It was horrible. And anyway, so this is going to be a lot of stories like that. Those were the only ones I remember, actually. And but we're going to get together, and then we'll see each other a little bit afterwards, after y'all go. And I know reunions, there's a lot of drinking involved, so we'll probably do that, which is, yeah. It's risky, though, because you're always counting on this name tag right here. So the drunker you get, the closer you have to get trying to... Doreen! You look beautiful! You haven't changed a bit! Darren! Yes! Darren! I know one thing, there's always dancing at a reunion, so I'm going to start right now. this really is the biggest show we've ever had. Today, we have 67 guests on the show. I can't name all my guests, but 66 of them graduated from Atlanta High 30 years ago. God, that's weird. And I want to thank American Airlines for bringing the whole class here. Thank you so much for doing that. And also to the Burbank Hilton for taking care of my classmates. On the show today, the one guest I can name right away is Barry Manilow. He's here. He's going to perform Unchained Melody and the Grammy-winning song, I Write the Songs. And, yeah, popular when I was in school. And the Grammys are this week, and so on Thursday, we're going to be at the Grammys, and we're going to be doing the show from the Grammys. I don't want to give it away. I'm going to be talking to some cool people. One person, I'll just say her first name, Madonna. And talking to her, and it'll be fun. I mean, we're going to get some really cool stuff, and we're going to be at rehearsal, and so we're talking to Coldplay and a bunch of cool people. So, so to get ready, everybody in the audience, we're giving you the Grammy 2006 nominee CD. So. That's right. And here's something else I found. This is our high school newspaper. The Ricochet published the senior last will and testaments, and here's mine. To all the freshmen, I leave a lot of long and boring school days. It's a long haul through school, and you'll dread it. Boy, am I glad I'm through. So I think that really lifted a lot of people's spirits. And later, they made this into a Hallmark card, and I love to help people out. Oh, man. All right, I haven't looked at any of this stuff since 1976, so, and if you don't remember what 1976 was like, I mean, you know, this'll take you back. Look. The year was 1976. Gerald Ford was president. Oh, he was a handsome man. It was America's bicentennial. They put an American flag on anything that didn't move. I was a senior in high school in Atlanta, Texas. Home of the Atlanta, Texas Chamber of Commerce, the Atlanta, Texas Police Department, and the Atlanta, Texas Department of Streets and Sanitation. It was a bustling city of bustlers. A lot was going on in the world. But we had music. Even back then, music was a big part of my life. Some of my favorite songs were Play That Funky Music, You Should Be Dancin', Shake Your Booty. I would later say all of these song titles at the end of my monologues to let folks know it was time to dance. Coincidence? I don't think so. In 1976, Saturday night were two words that meant party, and we did. Whether it was in Randy Cole's pasture or a bash at my house. Someone always brought a twister game, even if you asked them not to. If there wasn't a party, we had the State Theater. Admission was $2. That was a lot of money in 1976. But my boyfriend, Richard Reynolds, was worth every penny. His boutonniere cost me 50 cents. It all seemed like yesterday, until you remember what things cost. Gasoline was 59 cents a gallon. A new car cost $4,500. The average income was $16,000 a year. But the pet rock was $3.95. Denim was the fabric of choice in Atlanta, Texas. But I was the girl from a big city, so it was my job to keep up with the trends. And the trend in 1976 was anything goes. I loved it all. Bell-bottoms, hip huggers. I say smoke 'em if you got 'em. And my favorite, hot pants. Someone stop me. Earth shoes were in style. So were clogs and platform shoes. So was falling down. So that's 1976. I graduated from Atlanta High School on May 21st, but didn't leave Atlanta, Texas until May 22nd. It's been 30 years since the class of 76 was together. Until today! My class is right behind that door over there. A little later Ricky Partain, who I believe is the one who gave me the promise ring, and I'll give it back to him today. And so when we come back, we're gonna meet all those people behind that door and have a reunion. Don't go away. All right, let's not put it off any longer. The photos you see around the set are how my Atlanta high school classmates looked in 1976. They've traveled here from all over the country, which is so kind of them. From our 30th high school reunion, here they are. Open the door. Thank y'all very much, and I'll hug all of you and see you later, but smooth. But thank you so much for traveling here. Thank you so much for getting on a plane. How many people actually, how many people were on a plane for a first time coming here? Really? All right, so Debbie, yes. Very exciting. Yes, it is. Very exciting to see you, and tell me something.
Well, Dee Dee and I were both homecoming queens.
Are their mics working? Do I need this? You're good, okay.
We were both homecoming queens.
Yeah.
And the first black and white homecoming queens.
That's because, we'll tell the story why. Well, it's amazing.
In 1970, the schools integrated in Texas, and what they did in Atlanta, they stopped all dances, homecoming, prom, and everything. So my mother and I went to the school board, and I asked the school board if we could have homecoming, and then Mark White and several of the other classmates, we all just kind of took it over as a project, and it became really big. And I mean, it was a big deal in Texas at that time, so we started homecoming.
And we had to go someplace else. We couldn't even hold it in the school. They wouldn't let us hold it in the school, so we went someplace else so we could still have a homecoming, and you were the two homecoming queens. That's a big deal. That's very exciting. And Dee Dee, this is a great story. You actually have followed my career almost since the beginning.
From the beginning. I was so excited because one time I was watching the news and Johnny Carson, the commercial came on for Johnny Carson, and they said he's introducing a new comedian, Ellen DeGeneres, and I was like, there can't be but one Ellen DeGeneres in the world. And so I called everybody. I called Marilyn Rainey, and I said, Ellen, I think it's going to be on Johnny Carson. And she said, okay, we'll watch. And we watched, and you weren't on. And then Johnny came on at the end and said, well, we have to bump her because somebody else came on. Right. And so we watched the rest of the week, and finally, I think that Thursday night you came on, and we were all so excited.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Great. That's great. So, wow. And then Gladys, you've been here before. I got to step in front of you for a second. Gladys has been here before many times with Mark. And hey, Mark. And Gladys was on the tennis team with me.
Yes.
And you were, who was 1 and who was 2 seed?
When you first moved our junior year, you were number 1. So the next summer I practiced, and then I became number 1. So we fought back that year 1 and 2. But we were the tennis team, Alan.
That's right, we were. It was just the 2 of us. It was really, it's really sad. All right, when we come back, we're going to meet more people from my class, and this is overwhelming to me, and I can't even see most of you back there. So, all right, I'll say hi to everybody, and we'll be right back right after this.
Hi, Alan. This is Ruth Trumbull, your 12th grade English teacher. And if I remember correctly, you sat in the first row nearest the door, about 3 or 4 back. And occasionally, you would look up and give me a most shy, beautiful smile. I want you to know I appreciate that. Also, Ellen, I'd like to say I am happy for your success. I admire your ability, and I pray that you and your classmates will have a most joyous reunion. Give them my regards. Mwah. There you go, dear.
As you know, I have trouble remembering a lot of my childhood, and here to help me piece together some of my high school memories, please welcome my classmates Debbie, Cindy, Donna, David, Ray, and Karen. Thank you for being here. So, one of the stories that I kind of did barely remember, and you can tell the story, you probably have more memory. I remember there was like a house in town that was like a mansion.
Big house, yes.
Like, but it probably wasn't. Is it a mansion?
It's a mansion. It's a repercussion of Marie Antoinette's summer home.
Okay, so it is like a big castle-looking thing.
A prominent house in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so somehow I just have a memory of being there, and I don't know why. So why were we there? And whose house was it?
It belonged to a doctor in town, and he had sons that went to school off in Dallas. And they would come home and they would invite us for dinner parties. And so you and I went to a couple of the dinner parties.
How'd we get lucky enough to be invited? Do we know these boys?
Yes, we did.
We
My
did?
sister actually dated one of the younger sons.
Okay, but
And
how did I
then they had
weasel
an
in
older
there?
brother that was our age, and then she had called me up one time. She said, "Why don't you come on over? But they're bringing some other boys from the school, and can you bring some of your friends?" So I invited you to come.
Okay,
And
so
you're kind of nervous. You didn't know what to wear. You asked about the boys, and I said they come from a prominent family, prep school, walking around in their little blazers and their crests, and, you know, just dressed appropriate. And you showed up wearing a black pantsuit.
Really?
Like you
How
always
weird.
wear a black pantsuit. And the biggest rhinestone dollar sign you could find. And you, when the boys showed up, you just kept walking towards them with the dollar sign.
I wanted to show them I had money. That's the way you do it. And this is, Cindy, you have, we were in home ec together, right?
Right, we were.
All right.
Yes. Do you remember it?
Yes, I remember Miss Woods.
Yes.
And she was like that, right? Do you remember that?
Yes. She was very, very serious about her job.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. And
Yeah.
I remember that it was very hard for you to take it seriously.
Uh-huh.
And your goal, I think, every day was to actually do what we were supposed to be doing. My goal every day was actually to not get kicked out of the class for laughing because you were having so much fun with it. And as your sewing and cooking partner, it was very hard not to get sent to the principal's office.
Really? I would try
Yes.
to make you laugh all the time?
No, you didn't try, Ellen. You just did.
This is a pot holder that I made. Not that funny.
Yes, it is funny. Hey, Ellen.
What?
If you think that's funny, you should see the smock that you sewed.
Did I sew a smock?
Oh, yes.
Oh, why didn't I
and
get that
and
here?
you modeled it, and well, because we burned those a long time ago, I'm sure. But you modeled it, and it was actually all in one piece, and it had sleeves and buttons and everything.
I made a smock.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
You did.
Oh, that's this. I really do remember this. That's so weird that I have that memory of this thing and that you have it. I don't know why. Well, how kind of me to give you such a treasured thing. All right, and Donna and Dave, you were high school. You were dating in high school, and you've been married for, I would say, about 30 years now.
It's going to be 30 years in September.
the 4th.
Unbelievable. That's great. And how many kids do you have?
We have two children, Alicia, 26, and Aaron, 21.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible.
It is.
And Karen and Ray, and we played. You were a quarterback on the. No.
No.
We played tennis together.
We played tennis
I thought
together.
you were on the football team as
I
well.
was on the football team, but I was middle linebacker.
Oh, okay. Isn't that the same thing?
Kind of just on defense.
And you've been together since then also?
Yeah, almost 30 years next year.
That's incredible. And same kid, like 26 years old kids?
Oh, not quite ago. We had one 23 and 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, good for y'all. All right. Well, this is. I can't wait to talk to more people, and later on we're going to talk to some interesting people as well.
Hi, Ellen. This is Santa. I'm a happy farmer, class of 1976. Even though I'm a big fan of yours now, I can't honestly say the same thing in high school because Richard Reynolds and I went out a few times, and I was pretty crazy about him. And then when you came, he never looked my way again. So you weren't my favorite person. You were really pretty and exotic looking, and I thought I probably couldn't compete against that. Of course, that's water under the bridge now, and I'm a big fan of yours. Can't wait to see you at the reunion.
All right, now it's time to meet the guy who gave me his promise ring, Ricky Partain. That was, where's Ricky? Ricky was, that's Ricky, and I haven't seen him since 1976. Please welcome Ricky Partain. So we haven't seen each other since high school, and I was trying to remember as I'm trying to piece all this together, because I moved there in junior year or something like that?
Junior year,
Where
that's
did we
correct.
meet?
I remembered you were a new girl that come to school, and that's what I remember about you.
Uh-huh. Well, I made an impression, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
So I'm the new girl, and did we start dating right away?
Yeah, we got to talking, calling one another, or I got to calling you,
Uh-huh.
and then we started to see one another after that.
Uh-huh. And now, I've joked about this, but I don't know if it was you or somebody else. Did you put my name in iridescent letters on the back of your pickup truck, or was I confusing with somebody?
That must have been someone else.
You didn't do that?
No.
But you gave me a promise ring.
Yes.
How long did we date?
2 or 3 months.
Uh-huh. And when did I... No, we really
That was a
thought...
long time back then.
Yeah, we thought about it. And so you gave me the promise ring, like, how long into the dating?
Probably 2 months.
2 months in, so we made it another month.
Yeah.
And what did... I don't even know what that means, a promise ring. Did you know we were promising each other?
I made a lot of promises back then.
Uh-huh, yeah. Yes. Didn't we all? All right. But, and was I a good kisser? Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So then we broke up, and we were still friends, obviously. We started.
Yeah.
It's a small
Oh,
town,
yeah.
so nobody ever got mad at
yeah.
each other.
No.
It was all like you just
It was all
dated,
good.
and yeah. And then we dated other people. And who did you date after me?
Diane Peterson.
And what happened with her?
Got married.
You married her?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And for how long?
I was married to her for 10 years.
Okay, and had kids with her?
Got 2.
Great.
A boy and a girl.
Good. Well, that works. See, good thing for you. And and so that was clearly a rebound relationship that worked out. All right. So now I want to bring out some other, because then I think I started dating Richard after this. I think.
That's right.
So Richard Reynolds, who was my prom date, and turns out my old friend Allison Craigtrom was. I guess I don't know what's been happening. There's been a long brewing romantic triangle, which I am just finding out about now. So say hello to Richard and Allison. Okay, so Richard, you've been here before, and remind people how we met. I was a new girl.
You were the new girl, and I saw you at Bayou Lane's bowling alley, and I was just completely enamored with you, and just absolutely smitten. And I always thought you were the absolute real deal, so that's how we met, and we just kind of brewed up a little relationship.
Yes, we did. But now what's going on, Allison? Did he do something I didn't know about?
Well, obviously, because, I mean, either, it was the 70s, but I'm not sure if he wasn't just playing us.
Uh-huh.
Because, I had no clue till last year that he had taken you to the prom, because you remember Diana, his sister.
Yes.
Well, he asked me to go, which, I went into school stuff, but I said, yeah, because he was my boyfriend, right?
Oh, he was?
But, yeah, when I cheated on him, I would tell him go. I'd at least let him know. And, I was jealous of you, but obviously I had a right to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. And I was like, when my mom said, oh, he was, but he let me know before he came on the show, because, we've, just been friends all through these years. And, yeah. And I went, what? You took Ellen? You told me you took Diane.
Wait, it's taken you 30 years to find out I went to the prom with
in
him?
Atlanta, Texas, exactly.
Wow. But we're all
Then
okay
we're
now.
saved, right.
We're all okay now, and that's
Yeah,
the important
that's
thing.
good.
And that you still have my picture that's amazing. That's
Yeah, I have a lot of crap that I didn't even know I
Yeah.
had.
A lot of crap.
All right, I'm going to give my old high school a present after this. We'll be right back. Well, since I don't ever get time to go back to Atlanta, Texas, we thought this was an opportunity to do something special for the high school that I went to. So we called the current principal, Mike White, asked him what the school could really use, and take a look at the gift that we delivered to the Atlanta High School earlier today.
Hello, welcome to Atlanta High School, Ellen. We appreciate you thinking about us, and we've received our surprise gift from you, and this time we're going to disclose what it is. So at this time, would you guys pull the drapes on our gift? All right, student body, let's thank Miss Ellen. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks to ADS LED in Austin, Texas for making and delivering that new wireless sign for us. I appreciate it very much. Hi.
Ashley Ellen.
Hi.
President of this fantastic
Hi,
class.
Mark.
How are you?
Good.
We just wanted to say that the mayor of the great city of Atlanta, Texas, Kay Phillips, has declared today, February 6th, Ellen DeGeneres Day.
Really?
Thanks for all you've